Hey everyone, this is Kit Cabello with Heartlands Media, and this is Perspective. So, we gotta talk about Joe Biden again, the Democratic nominee, again, the guy that's apparently going to beat Trump because Trump's such a bad person, and Joe Biden is this wonderful saint. He's a good angel, a good man, right? Don't sell me that crap. Joe Biden has a horrible political history. Joe Biden is an individual that is horribly flawed, and now we're all supposed to fall in line and vote blue no matter who. Well, to the vote blue no matter who people, well, Joe Biden supporters, good luck. Because now there is a video that's being shared on social media, and don't tell me that the GOP or Trump campaign won't weaponize this against Joe Biden. There's a video out now where apparently, sometime in 1993, Tara Reade's mother, who sadly has passed away, called into Larry King's show about a prominent United States senator.
We're back. A couple more phone calls on this very important topic. Our guests are former United States Senator Howard Baker, Richard Allen, former National Security Advisor, and Lois Romano of the Washington Post. San Luis Obispo, California. Hello.
Yes, hello. I'm wondering what a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Now, but these are the people who do come to the Lois Romanos, right? The staff worker who says, I want to let you know about what's going on, either with my boss or the guy down the hall.
And a lot of these people have a sense of obligation. They feel that this public official should be accountable if it's something
They're
wrong.
whistleblowers to the press.
Interesting. Wouldn't you agree? It seems that Tara Reade, she's not lying. She talked to her mother about it. She talked to some very close people about this. And Tara Reade has said that is her mom's voice. Now, again, more information needs to be collected. But again, prominent United States Senator. Well, Joe Biden was at one point a United States Senator before he became, Barack Obama's vice president. Good luck with this. But you know what? Corporate media and the establishment Democrats, they could spin this story as much as they want. They could try and protect Joe Biden as much as they want, but the man has a record, a flawed history. He's been on the wrong side of history. And this is the guy that the Democrats think that will somehow beat Trump? In what world? In what reality? I mean, it's 50-50. Both these individuals are not qualified to run for president, but yet these are the two choices that we're stuck with? Corporate media had all the time in the world to really expose on all the counts. But no, they were constantly tearing down progressives and independents, constantly going after Bernie Sanders and Representative Tulsi Gabbard, but not once being critical of Joe Biden. In fact, corporate media was saying that he was the chosen one, that this is the guy, everyone's going to fall in line. And now they literally have no choice but to talk about Joe Biden and his horrible history. Check this short clip out from CNN.
Now, MJ, so how does Reade's mother factor into all of this?
Well, Tara Reade's mother is a key figure in all of this because she is the one other person that Tara Reade says she told about the alleged sexual assault at the time. Now, she died a few years ago, so she is not somebody who can speak and corroborate any part of this story now. But what surfaced last night was a segment on CNN's Larry King Live from 1993 that appears to feature Tara Reade's mother's voice. Let's just watch that first, and then we can talk about it.
Yes, hello. I'm wondering what a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Now, what Tara Reid told CNN last night on the phone is that this is, in fact, her mother's voice, that she feels certain about that, and that sometime after the alleged assault in 1993, her mother did tell her that she had called into Larry King, and Reid told CNN that she was upset about that at the time because she didn't want her mother doing anything of that kind. Now, to be clear, this woman's voice that we just heard, she only refers to problems related to her daughter and a prominent senator, but she doesn't name any names. She certainly doesn't mention any details, doesn't say anything about sexual harassment or sexual assault. So I think it's just very important that we be clear about what this clip does and does not show. It does seem to suggest that Tara Reid did share something with her mother that she found troubling about her experience of working with a senator.
And then is there a response coming from the Biden campaign?
So the Biden campaign is not commenting on this Larry King Live segment that surfaced last night, but they did previously share statements denying the sexual assault allegation. I first want to read a statement from Kate Bedingfield, the deputy campaign manager. She says, Vice President Biden has dedicated his public life to changing the culture and the laws around violence against women. He authored and fought for the passage and reauthorization of the landmark Violence Against Women Act. He firmly believes that women have a right to be heard and heard respectfully. Such claims should also be diligently reviewed by an independent press. What is clear about this claim? It is untrue. This absolutely did not happen. Now, the other statement that the campaign also shared with CNN is from Marianne Baker. She was the executive assistant for Biden in the 1980s and 1990s when Biden was a senator. She is the woman that Reid told the Times she had complained to, in addition to two other aides at Biden's office. So let me just read Baker's statement. She says, in all my years working for Senator Biden, I never once witnessed or heard of or received any reports of inappropriate conduct, period. Not from Ms. Reid, not from anyone. I have absolutely no knowledge or memory of Ms. Reid's accounting of events, which would have left a searing impression on me as a woman professional and as a manager. Their clearly false allegations are in complete contradiction to both the inner workings of our Senate office and to the man I know and work so closely with for almost 2 decades.
Better late than never, CNN, right? Good job. With all those, resources that you have at your disposal. I mean, you guys could have easily talked about Joe Biden's controversial history. But here's the thing. It's just not only Tara Reid. There are 7 other women with similar stories of how Joe Biden has sexually assaulted them, harassed them, abused them. But of course, you're going to have some corporate pundits and vote blue no matter who people and some diehard Biden supporters saying, well, Trump has more accusations. Trump is also horrible. I get it. Trump is the last person to be in charge. But these two individuals, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they're running for the highest office of the land, and both of them are incompetent. This is a horrible situation, but this is because of neoliberalism. This is because of the establishment. This is because of corporate media. And of course, corporate media is going to do what they can to somehow try and protect Joe Biden. But the thing is, this information is out there. And don't try and hide it, because if you hide it, people are going to notice. In fact, on Twitter right now, the hashtag #DropOutBiden has been removed from trending. Interesting, Twitter. Why would you do that? But also, CNN did something interesting too. Now again, they could change it. They have all the time in the world to change it. But check this short photo out. It's going to be playing just for a little bit. And if you notice it, I'll tell you at the end. See if you can check it. So yeah, that photo. Interesting, CNN, that you would do that. Now, unless calendars have been changed. Last I checked, there's August 10th, August 11th, August 12th. Now, if the number 11 has been removed, well, okay, someone let me know. CNN, you should report on that. But you're probably not. But again, this shows the hypocrisy of corporate media and the establishment Democrats. But we're not done here. Check this short video out. We're going to rewind back the clocks just a little bit. We're good old Chucky Schumer, you know, Senate in the Democratic Party, United States Senator. He's given an impassionate plea.
For too long, Madam President, people in positions of power have dismissed accounts made by women before any evidence could be brought forward as politically motivated or character assassination. We've come a long way in this country, and we have to be better than that, better than the low standard that Senator McConnell has set. At a minimum, we must respect these women and Judge Kavanaugh by handling these allegations with seriousness, the seriousness they deserve. Madam President, Leader McConnell owes an apology to Dr. Ford for labeling her allegations a smear job. Let me repeat that. Leader McConnell owes an apology to Dr. Ford for labeling her allegations a smear job, and he should apologize to her immediately. It is galling for the Republican leader, who has done more than maybe anyone else to politicize the Supreme Court nomination process, to make these trumped-up, hyperbolic charges of partisanship by Democrats. It's a sad habit of Republicans to accuse the other side of doing what they, in fact, are doing.
Well, I'm going to be waiting when the Democrats also give a passionate plea about how, you know, Tara Reade should be believed and how Joe Biden should be held accountable. I'll be waiting. No, wait, I'm not, because all of the Democrats have lined up behind Joe Biden. Bernie Sanders, you know, you're probably not going to do this, but if there was ever an opportunity to maybe unsuspend your campaign, this is probably the time to do so, because, again, more and more stuff is going to surface about Joe Biden. To all the Democrats that dropped out of the race and rallied around good old Joe Biden, that document, that sacred document that all of you signed in the early days of the primary, is it really that sacred now? Is it really that important? Because, you know, it's 50-50 right now. Maybe Joe Biden beats Trump. Or Trump beats Joe Biden. Because that video, I guarantee you this, more videos similar to it will surface about Joe Biden's controversial history and how he's treated people and how he has been a horrible member in the United States Senate. These are our two choices. That's why I'm voting third party. I can't support someone who has 8 accusations. I can't support someone who has a history of supporting corporations and being on the wrong side of history. Good luck, vote blue no matter who, people. The general election is going to be a nightmare, not only for you guys, but for the entire American people, because the American people are tired of this crap. We have the real disaster of COVID-19. We are going to be entering into a second Great Depression, not a recession, a depression. And plus, we have the threat of climate change. It's a 1-2-3 punch. And somehow Joe Biden or Donald Trump are going to be the two individuals that are going to get us out of it. What a disaster. But hold on. Thought maybe I end this on maybe a humorous note, you know, because here's Jill Biden talking about Joe Biden.
And together, we're just getting started. This moment reminds us that the presidency is about true leadership, having the forethought to prepare for the worst, the backbone to lead through chaos, the character to move beyond politics and serve every American, no matter where they live or what they believe. Only one candidate in this election has all three. My husband, our next president of the United States, Joe Biden.
So, yeah. All right. Why does Joe Biden have the help me look on his face? Well, maybe it's because his whole world is falling apart and he's forgetting about it. But this is not the candidate. This is not the guy. Tara Reade deserves justice. Joe Biden should face due process. He should be held accountable. The Me Too movement and Time's Up movement should hold Joe Biden accountable. Because it's just not Tara Reade. Like I said before, there are 7 other women with similar stories of sexual abuse, sexual assault, sexual harassment. Corporate media has failed in its job. The establishment Democrats have failed at their job. But it seems like the establishment is just destined to constantly fail. This is the system we have. This is thanks to neoliberalism. The only way we can fix this system right now is not relying on the establishment or these name brand politicians, because they're not going to help us. At this point, we need to talk about voting third party. We need to talk about getting money out of politics. We need to talk about changing the way we run elections in this country, because more and more people are identifying themselves as independents. And with this recent video that is surfacing, I think more people are starting to see the fact that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are both bought and sold by the top 1%. And Joe Biden, he works for the top 1%. And the establishment is doing everything that they can to protect Joe Biden by erasing his history or rewriting history or just refusing to comment on anything. Earlier in this video, where I played that clip from CNN, the Biden campaign hasn't yet responded to these accusations. And they probably won't. But this is a messed up system. This is horrible, and it's all due to corporations running our democracy, running our media. Tara Reade deserves justice, as do the 7 other women too. Joe Biden should face due process and should be held accountable. So all I can say is this: I can't predict the future, but probably more videos will surface. More controversial statements will surface. More things will arise. Because Joe Biden, he's got too many skeletons in his closet. And to the Democrats that dropped out of the race, Senator Bernie Sanders, Representative Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang, Beto O'Rourke, Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, and all the others, was it worth it really dropping out? Was it worth it really listening to the establishment Democrats and the sweet words from Barack Obama? Because your guy, your champion, good old Joe Biden, the guy who's a good soul, doesn't have what it takes because he is his own worst enemy. This is Kit Cabela with Hard Lens Media. This is Perspectives. Please be safe. Please take care of yourself. And once again, don't let the establishment or corporate Democrats bully any of you. Stand up for what you believe in and fight for that better future. That's how we do it, by standing up and actually changing the system. Peace, everyone.